Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GTSA Season 1, Round 8. This is Pool 1 and we are doing the CHOC benefit tonight in aid of Childhood Cancer Awareness South Africa. You'll see some lovely pink cars out there. We're just going to quickly share all the social media stuff and we'll be chatting soon. The guys are just practicing, but qualifying starts in about a minute or two. So our chat, I see we've got some people joining already. Say how's it, let me know who it is. If my regular co-commentators are there, Trivs, Ravanti, anyone else who wants to join, jump on the pool chat and we can get this night going. The guys are busy resetting the room. I need a co-commentator, so jump in. See, we got the Chris support club, even though Chris can't race tonight. Nice to see you guys here. Everyone else, say hi. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from, how your race went. Quick early shout out to our sponsors, TGN Racing Simulators, Track Art, Paraborder, however you say it, Ford and Cherry. Then we have Right Recruitment, we have Rhino Utilities and Sanine, they do solar and electrical. Give them a shout, get Escom out your life. And last but not least, Mayfig Gearbox. Dino, the MGR guys, shout out to them as well. Just one thing to look at, I don't think there'll be too many guys, but one or two cars in this race might have number 11 on the car. We had one of our Pool 3 drivers whose wife's unfortunately in hospital, and some of us, Pool 3 was named with an 11. And some of the guys, even I think Yastil was one of them, said they were going to run 11 on their car. I'll find her name now, I can't remember it at the moment, but get well soon there. You can see the 11 on the front left of Yastil's car there. See, Chris is sitting there with you. You should have organised a PlayStation and a controller for him, and he could be racing next to you. No VR for him tonight, and I'll have to deal with him next week in Pool 2. Mr. RBS, nice to see you. How did your race go? Let us know. If you feel like it, you can even come join me on commentary. Everyone's done their out lap, they're onto the flying laps now. Oh no, Kendog, did you send someone to Narnia? Rated as a 1 for the best combo ever, I think so. Definitely was exciting. It was a whole different vibe. What they say, it was a mood. Rav, I'm not hiding my party, but maybe it closed. Let me just check quickly. No, Chris. Well, then I'll have to drop to back to Pool 3, but that will be my excuse, just so we can race together. Okay, so Rav, try look again. I started a party and it said you're leaving your party, so I'm not sure why, but we're looking here. Brandewijn using one of my liveries. Just just a normal GR Supra, but we swapped the colours around. Looking good there. Superman in one of Trivi's awesome pace liveries. The steel we've already taken a look at. Next up is Ghost Killer Pace running the GTR. Trivs, I can only see it saying you make it very hard too. So you've got to keep your replies short. We've got Laquera in the Merc. He had a great race last time out, battling Kalen P2, P3. There was a little bit of lag that ended that battle. But another guy to look out for tonight, Soderbull, one of the Sam guys. Big shout out to Sam, new team that joined us this year. They did, a few of them joined the end of season races, but their first full season, and they jumping into Pool 1, they're contributing in all kinds of ways, so great to have new additions like that to the community. Still waiting, Rav still can't see it. We've got Ron, Kalen running a McLaren, it's an interesting choice. We've got the first times coming through, Superman 17-0, Pumpkin Patches in a Porsche, OJ Merc, Fluffy Porsche, Yanali in a GTR, Hollywood looks like he's in a Super, and then Levi in Renault. So currently Kalen 16.5, I just realized how slow I am. Ron 16.5 as well. Let's just see if anyone else jumps to the top yet. No. Levi did a 16.8, Ghost Killer 16.8, Manny 17.0, 17.1. We have 3 minutes left in qualifying. I'm just going to quickly try and sort out this party. Dog Rick says hello. Rav, you get the invite, I see you joining. Hollywood in 7th, Branovan currently 8th, Yastil 9th, Pumpkin Patch 10th, Soda 11th, Laquera is in 12th, he did a 18.1, Fluffy Butt 18.8, Yanadi 19.1. So shout out to these guys. Kalen currently on pole, Pace McLaren looking good there. The Slayer livery on the side. Also, how's it, Rav? Can you hear me?
There we go. I can hear you.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, my connection just has to travel, almost.
Yeah,
has to get out of the big hole first.
All the way from Kimney. So how did your CHOC benefit race go?
It was interesting. I decided to go with the AMG. Most of the other guys opting with the McLarens. But what surprised us and took the race by storm was the Porsche.
Yeah.
The Porsche absolutely destroyed the rain.
Well, the Porsche in the rain is very good. It hooks up. I've got a bit of feedback on my side for my volume. I see RBS also joining.
Let me actually just plug in my mic.
RBS, how's it going? Why was there full damage in the P? I don't know what that was. Kalen's on pole, Ron's moved up to 2nd, Ghost Killer's now 3rd, Levi 3rd, 4th, I think someone just popped out quickly. Manny would be 5th then, OJ 6th, Hollywood 7th, Yastil 8th, Laquera 9th, Pumpkin Patch 10th, Yanali 11th. I'm not sure where these 4 drivers are because they're waiting in the pits for the race to start, which will be in about 30 seconds. So
this should be better now.
Yeah, definitely better.
Good evening,
Mr. RBS, welcome.
Evening, RBS.
How did your CHOC benefit go? Did you donate yet?
Was not. I liked it. Still giving you a 1, but I liked it.
You got to love your consistency. Take a look at Superman with the 11 on his car as well. That's for our Pool 3 driver. I'll actually find the name now quickly. It's a get well soon from the GTSA drivers to Dickie Mayo's wife. Her name is Narisha. So all your number 11s for Narisha tonight. And Dickie, if you're watching, give us a shout in the chat.
Let's see, this is going to be interesting. The starts, I would say the Supras might take it as they're going onto the straight here.
The Merc was pretty good on the start. I went from 6th to 4th.
Yeah, Merc was definitely good on start, but the Renault launches.
Yeah, the Renault was also pretty decent. The Porsche is a little bit sluggish, not the fastest car around a lap, but when you get to the rain, like we were saying, then it's what, no holds barred, full action on the Porsche.
Oh, I actually
He's
realized
watching
these
everyone
14
going into
drivers are
turn
going to
one.
hop in for another set of eyes.
We're following everyone from the rear view here through the first couple turns where all the drama normally happens.
Ooh.
Side by side action going into the little hairpin turn.
Jeez, that looked like 6 cars right next to each other. That is insane. For no incidents to happen. Beautiful.
So far so
driving.
good. Don't put a jinx on it.
No, these drivers are good. They're good. They yeah. I'll leave it at
We're a big flat cab fight here. Hollywood and Fluffy Butt, Soda Bull right behind. You can see here Sam from Soda and Fluffy from Cav. R. So we've got to leave the R. Pumpkin Patch, Yanali, also all within a few seconds. So first to fifth, 14th, 6 seconds apart, including the grid start. Levi's got in front of Kalen with that Renault in the start. He was in third or fourth on the grid, so great start by Mr. Levitas.
No. Lev was on.
Was he on pole?
Levitas was on pole. He was
Okay,
on pole,
must have set the one
Plus
left
the
right
launch
at
was
the end.
amazing.
Yeah, Mr. Obvious, who do you predict the winner here? Do you predict chaos? What do you think is going to happen?
My money on Caden Pace tonight.
You're going with Kalen. I'm going to throw it for someone random like your Steel, king of the random strategy races. Maybe even Pumpkin Patch. Last time, remember, at Nürburgring in the GR2s, Pumpkin was in second, I think, or third, and then unfortunately he managed to find the rain about 20 seconds before the pits and lost a minute and a half. It was just one of those bad timing things.
Yeah, that's also gonna be. I don't know what the settings are for pool 1, but with pool 4 we were racing for about a lap and a half in the light blue rain section, and just about made it to the pits when the rain started falling down. Great move side by side, going with Kalen and Levitas there on the straight. McLaren, I think, has the top speed.
Kalen makes a move. We're going to see a nice battle between these two again. Levi's had it his own way the last 2-3 rounds, I think, but Kalen looks like he's up for a fight tonight, and he's got Brunavane and Ruan right behind as well. That's your top 4. You're still currently sitting in 5th. Ruan's got a half-second penalty. You're still a second behind, a little bit of breathing room. And that was my strategy, was basically just try to stay within 5-6 seconds, because once the rain comes, anything can happen. What happened in pool 3
also,
was...
eyes on the Porsche by Ruan there. The rain is going to play into his advantage as well as Levitas. The Renault also, I tested it out. I didn't like it on the dry, but it was a monster on the wet. It gripped up very nicely.
The Renault, I didn't even think of it.
And Ruan are going to have an advantage.
My opinion was the Merc was very good on the wet.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it in the wet. It was nice in the dry.
Hated it.
No, I enjoyed it
very
in the
much
wet.
so.
I'm second in the wet.
So we all did Team AMG, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we all seem to be all on Team AMG today. But yeah, I definitely wasn't slow in the rain, but the Porsches just made it look like we were on the wrong tires, on the wrong strategy, in a different group.
When it rained, what tires did you guys put on?
Inters.
For us, we went full wets because the wet came like completely. It was full wet for a long time.
Yeah,
I don't know if the
as well,
Porsches
but
went inters. That's something I'll have to check.
I went inters on the Merc, and out the pits, the first lap and a half, I think me and I was behind Snakey. We were about 7 seconds behind the leader. I had a little issue going to at the end of the long straight into the hairpin, lost some time on him, but then Fast Ross and I were lapping together and we brought that 28-second gap down up to about 8 seconds with 3-4 to go. But then I got into a fight for the top 4, so we lost time again.
Likewise.
But yeah, the inters...
it's a mirror.
I lost about 10 seconds
my race there.
in two laps on the inters in the heavy rain, and then we were about the same for 2-3 laps, and I was 2-3 seconds a lap faster.
Oh, Hollywood and Fluffy, but still fighting. The Supra does have way better speed though.
Yeah.
I suppose a different strat because we had a little bit of lag in our lobby.
Yeah. Spam the comments with hashtag 11 with Trivs there.
Hashtag 11. Say it, and spray it. To both of them.
While we're at it, just to remind everyone, we've got these lovely pink and colourful cars tonight because we are doing donations to CHOC. So check out our Facebook how to donate, and most of the guys on Discord have seen the messages as well. Anything else, guys?
No, I'm just saying, trying a different strat, going in a lap before the rain starts.
We have someone getting out of shape there. It looked like Leclerc. That Merc, once you touched the dirt, it was so slippery for 2-3 corners afterwards. Even with the softs, it felt like you're driving on hards.
Yeah, and I see Leclerc is using his front tires a lot more than the rears. For me, I had a problem with the rears as opposed to the fronts again. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I thought I was. I put it 2 to the front, and then I saw I ran out of inters on the front. I wasn't paying attention. We've got some half-second penalties piling up here.
Jeez, the people flying through these high-speed corners.
Leclerc's got one, Soda's got one, Fluffy's got one. Okay, we're going to go back to the front and see Kaelin's got a 1.5 second lead on Levi. We've got Brunavane in the Supra. Lovely livery there, one of mine. I'm just going to claim it there. Behind him we've got another one of my liveries, Ron in the Porsche. Actually, I preferred the Porsche to the Supra. That was I changed the colours on an old custom I did. Then one of Triv's amazing liveries there with Ghost Killer. How cool does that candy floss look? Triv's, big shout out. I think you win with that one. Next up here still we've seen the Pace Supras.
Looking amazing.
Yep. The Pace Supra, I think you need to, I don't know if you can let us know in the comments, Triv, but was that a design you already have? Because you can make a few different remixes of that, and yeah, just throw in some different sponsors and you'll have guys downloading it like nothing. So it's Manny 7th, next car's OJ running a Merc, hashtag Team AMG. Then we've got the half-second penalty club. Battle from 9th to 14th. They're 5 seconds behind OJ, so Leclerc, when he had his little moment and lost time there, he's backed the pack up a bit. But even there, the last place driver, Punkin, is only 14 seconds off the lead, and when the rain comes, if it happens to hit that he pits early and the other guys have already gone through, he could have a half-second lead by the time they get to the pits.
Yeah, it's going to depend on what they decide to do with when the rain comes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think we'll be able to see it. We don't have a rain monitor that we can change our own, which is a very silly thing of GT.
Yeah,
but
what I do
is on what the drivers do.
We just have to quickly look and try to find someone who's got their rain radar on. There we go, Ghost Killer's the one that does have it out of the top 5. So we can see currently it's dry. So I'll tell you guys what the weather settings were. Pool 2 to 7, we all had 2 sunny blocks, and then the rain came, and then we had 1 or 2 clear blocks at the end. These guys have 3 clear blocks, so instead of the rain coming at 13 to 15 minutes, it'll probably come about 20 minutes in. So the point of that was...
end in the rain?
No, they'll have drying conditions, but I don't know if they'll be brave enough to pit for slicks. It's going to be who puts inters or wets, what the best tires.
Our rain only came in 18 minutes.
Well, you're lucky, yeah?
Yo, that's crazy.
You know, with Gran Turismo,
at like 13.
Yeah, Gran Turismo, you can have the exact same combination, and if you run it 4 times, you'll get 4 different. They have 4 or 5 different combinations that it will do for the same settings on weather. It will rain 5 minutes earlier or 5 minutes later. It might stop raining at the end, or you might just get clouds on a R3 instead of it actually raining. So
yeah, and speaking of the rain, the situation I decided to go with was to put on the dry side for, I think it was about 5 laps left, and I went in. The track was basically just on that first level of wetness,
yeah,
and it's just enough to run slicks, and I caught probably about 40 seconds on the lead, was like 20 seconds ahead.
yeah.
But yeah, I went from 9th place and just about missed 4th place. So unfortunately, I'm staying at pool 4 for next week. Just by literally catching 10 seconds a lap, dude. It was
No, that's 100%
crazy.
it. On lap 13, I was doing that mess because our track was also just hitting just above that first bracket. I was like, do I put this lap or do I put the next one for slicks? And I think I was sitting 5th or 4th at the time, 5th at the time. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, I think I'll come in. And as I was coming around the section that Lequera is in now, another little cloud burst happened and it went back up to midway. So that made us all stay out. I think you could have put it at the end, but on the last lap there wouldn't have been much point. We're just going through.
That's crazy because we also had another cloud burst, but just a very, very light rain. So I took the risk, gauging that there wouldn't be heavier rains.
Ours was light blue, but it had 1 or 2 yellow spots on it. I think each yellow spot hit the track. Hollywood and Yanali still having a good battle here. Fluffy Butt behind them. It's crazy. If you look at their lap times, they're doing two 19s.
Different backs, eh?
Yeah. These guys are doing 2 19s and they're qualifying in the 18s. But just when you're in a pack like this, you push a little bit hard. I got jumped by 2 people at the pit stop because I was battling in the pack like this and I was overdriving, I think. So making mistakes and to try and stop the car sliding, I'd gear down an extra gear and funny things like that. So when I pitted, I had 8% fuel less than the guys around me. I probably should have been ahead, but I made a mistake early on, and then we were having a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th battle. Shout out to Alan, who also made it through pool 3. He was leading for quite a long time, but he was in the Super and struggled a bit towards the end compared to the Porsche that I think won. Just going back through the pack. So OJ is only 8 seconds off the lead in 7th, right with Steele. Ghost Killer 6 seconds behind. Ruan 5.8. Brunavane 4.3, 2.8 from Levi to Kalen, and Kalen in the lead. Did a 2:16.6 fastest lap of the race so far. We are 13 minutes into the race. We probably do another 2-3 laps before we see any rain, and that's when the fun's going to start. The reason why I put an extra block for pool 1 is I wanted them to possibly be tempted, maybe like at the very least, to put mediums on. Because if you look at Ghost Killer, and he's still got to do he's done 5 laps and his front tires are pretty dead already. And he's got to do another 3 maybe.
GTR definitely chows its fronts.
Yeah, so the thinking was maybe someone would actually pick mediums here to have better tires while they were waiting for the rain, so they don't have to pit for slicks and then the rain comes, so you pit twice in 2 laps.
Yeah, just checking through the chat. Trev says late reveals potency.
Rachel just blocked that.
Kendall agrees.
Yeah, but Uncle Ken always agrees. He likes to complain. Ken, where did you come? You punted the leader, but you didn't say what you did. Are you in pool 1 next week, or what happened?
And also, hi Stig. Nice to have you in the chats also.
Look at my phone now and I see my GTSA Facebook page post for the YouTube came back as failed for some reason. So I'm going to reshare it, but those people, anyone wanting to watch that didn't have YouTube saved, missed the first 15 minutes. So sorry to them, but you can rewind and watch it again. Chris Rain's probably at about 20 minutes, I'd guess. No one ran these settings, so we actually don't know. But based on how the lower pools went, here we've got Soda Bull and Super. Oh, Lequera, the lines cross, they bump into each other, and that Brings Hollywood looking to go through the middle. He's got Fluffy right behind him and Yanelli, so we've still got this 5-way battle. Remembering with GTSA, you don't want to be in the last 4 positions because then you drop to pool 2 in this case. So we're missing one driver, Chris, so 3 of these guys will drop down. So currently it's Punkin, Yanelli and Fluffy, but you never know what's going to happen. Punkin should be quite strong. He's just chilling out there in the Porsche.
Everything could change with the rain.
Yeah. I'm trying to find someone with weather on. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Ghost Killer looks like the only one. And still not even a sign of rain yet. Jacques, did you use my Porsche? I hope you enjoyed it. I see you staying in pool 2, so at least it looked after you in that way. Shame Jacques still phoned to ask me if you could use it. It's like one of the few polite people, even though they're made for everyone to use it. It's like, hey, do you mind if I use your livery? So, yeah. we have funny people around, and then we have sharks who are the lacquer oaks.
Oh, Kilara and Rowan also getting very close in contention there.
Oh, and he gets a half-second penalty.
And yes,
Looked like he got past Ron, but
not over yet, eh?
If you're looking at the sky, it's getting quite grey now, though. You notice that?
Yeah, I see. So I wonder, is the rain coming down? Is it going to be another lap or 2? I think that Reynolds very heavy on the rear tires. I want to see what Levy's doing on the rear tires of that Renault now.
We can't guarantee it's accurate because GT, but Ghost Killer's radar shows nothing yet. So let's look at tires. Kalen's doing alright. He's got quite a bit of wear on the rears, but the front's not too bad. Levi's a little bit better on tires at the moment. Brunavane is bad. Ruan's tires are very low. Brunavane now has a 1 second penalty. He's got back past Ruan while we're looking at the front too. Ruan's got a half second, so Ghost Killer, who's in 5th, should be jumping up to 3rd shortly. And the same thing, Yastiel. Yastiel's tires are, most of this pack are fairly worn compared to the front too. They're running away a little bit. Just that skill of looking after tires better, but we now have a battle from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, with 7th not too far behind. So if they start fighting, they could close that whole second pack up. We've got the front to head, then
and you know what the major thing is with the tire wear is that these guys, everyone behind Gilara is gonna be getting dirty air, so they're gonna have to corner a lot harder. They're gonna have to use the tires a lot more. So that all takes into effect. Whereas Kalen and Levitius, they basically have free air. Maybe Levitius has a little bit of dirty air, but not that much to affect his tire wear. So the two of them are doing extremely well now compared to the rest of these guys who are like seriously battling it out, because anything can happen in the next few laps.
Brunavane serves his, Ron serves his, Ron gets past Brunavane, but Ghost Killer gets past them both, and look what's showing up on the top right corner of the radar. But that's not going to hit them this lap. That's going to take another 2 minutes, and then that's only when the rain starts. Do you pit on straight away? I might, looking at it, I'd probably go 2 more laps. Let's see how quickly it's moving.
Yeah, looks like 2 laps at least.
It is moving pretty quick, actually. A little bit quicker than it was a mile.
Yeah, this is the thing with our Ruan. I think Ruan went in. Ruan in for
Ruan's pitting. But now your problem is you're going to do a lap on
rain tires on a dry deck,
so you're going to eat some of your grip up there. But it is coming in quick, so maybe his call's not the worst. It is light rain still, but we'll see what happens.
The thing is with this, right? We had a very similar situation where there was a big band of light rain, and essentially with this we could do another 2 laps without any issues. By the time the 2 laps were finished, based off this rain, the track was still about halfway in between nothing and like the in between the first lines. So it depends on what happens after this light blue band fades. What's going to happen there? Is it going to be dark blue? Is it going to be green? That's going to be the whole situation, because Ghost Killer is either going to come in on this lap, or he's going to have to drive a full lap on dead tires. And I think that goes with
if I'm Ghost Killer, I'm boxing for inters if I'm Ghost Killer. Kalen, his rears are almost shot. Still got that 2.7 on Levi. Levi's a tiny bit better off. Ghost Killer, he's got no front left. Let's see, Brunnevan, not much better. Yeah, still similar. They all killed their fronts. Same with OJ. Same with Supermanny. Soda Bull, you might go one more lap. He's 23 seconds behind though, so he might get caught in the rain if he stays out. Yanali's fine. Fluffy Butt's alright. So these are guys that could take advantage and do an extra lap, but I think because they're a little bit further back, they're not going to have time to do it. Fluffy's now up to 10th, but he's got a half second. Pumpkin's up to 11th. Something happened at the back here. Laquera's 12th. Hollywood and Ron. Hollywood's dropped back, and Ron obviously pitted. So Kalen's in, Levi's in. Let's look at Ghost Killer. He's also coming in.
Okay, interesting.
Brunnevan's in.
Comments-wise,
Everyone's
Stig says all wins. Yeah, everyone should be going.
Is anyone going straight?
Stig says all events should be rate reveals. And Angelique says while we wait for some action to kill us all round, that would be nice. SBR Jacques staying in Pro 2 at least, he hopes. I couldn't think of a cool username. That's a good username. Do they put for fresh tires and again when the rain comes, it's tricky to time? No, they would just they would even run a lap on full dead tires, because the wear would probably be a bit too much and the pace would drop a lot. So we see there are some drivers on medium tires.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to finish it and to say that. Levi's on them, Punk and Fluffy was on, Hollywood was on them. I think it's just those.
Yeah, because we're checking from our perspective now with the stream lag. Kalen is just getting out of the pits now. Basically, he's now on the
uphill.
The route out on the route out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the route out with me as well. He's 2.9 ahead of Levi. Had a little bit of a slide there. Levi also goes a little bit sideways. That don't touch the line, so no 3-second penalties. Kalen lost a second at the end of the pit exit there, so gap's now at 1.5. Rain is starting. It's still not at the first marking yet.
And this is going to be Liv's advantage.
Ghost Killer went for wet.
Not good at the rain.
Ghost Killer went full wet. I'm just looking at only saying the wets. OJ went for full wets. Yanali full wets. Ron pitted last lap on full wet, so he's got wear on them already. Fluffy Butt full wet. That's
yeah, I think the only cars that can really handle intermediates as this is the Porsches and the Renault. Yeah. The race is a bit dodgy. Because already takes the lead from Kalen.
He's already taken the lead and pulled a second. It's just so sketchy, but they're both on. No, Kalen's on full wets.
Yeah, the McLaren is not so great in the wet racing.
From what we can see. Let's find Ghost Killer looking at the rain, so they're at the heavy rain stage now. But there's still 7.5 laps to go, so the problem is if it dries up here, those wets are going to die quickly. You'll be slower than the inters. You should be quicker than the inter guys now, so that's why I'm surprised Levi on the inters past Kalen on the full wets.
Yeah, because it's in inters territory now, up until that bar goes all the way to the top. Then maybe Kalen will pull something back. But I doubt it, because the Renault is just so good that, like I said, the Renault and the Porsches, so good in the rain that you can run intermediates at full wets and still maintain pace or even beat the full wet users. That's just how good they are in the rain.
Also, it's hard rain because it's getting dark already, and it's not even, we're only just past halfway. So that's obviously the heavy clouds. It looked like it was Kalen drifting off in turn 1 or so in the distance there. You're just seeing it now, I think, recovering. And he lost about a second. He didn't go off. He just went very deep into the chicane. So Levi takes lead and a turn off half seconds. Brunnevan's 4 seconds behind. Kalen 2 seconds to Ghost Killer.
Kendall does say Kalen doesn't like the rain, and this I know for a fact, because I think this is probably his like 3rd proper rain race on the game since he's joined it. So yeah, he still has to come to terms with it.
He's going to have to practice wet. I'll give you guys enough. It's our second one this season like this. You can see now, looking at your Steele's bar, that blue's reaching into the top section. So the rain is coming down hard. Track's very wet. El Rouge was quite sketchy.
Yeah, and I think both Superman and Anya still went for intermediates.
Yeah, there's a lot of inters out there. Many Soda Bull as well, up into 8th. Jan Ali, some full weights. Fluffy on full weights. Now, Fluffy on the Porsche, I would have expected on the intermediates because he is quick. His car's great in these conditions, so that Porsche just hooks up on the rear. You can accelerate and it just sticks.
I think that's just the thing of the MR cars in this game. They just handle much better. Because I know the Audi, the Lambo, the Porsche, and the Renault. I don't know, for GT I don't really know. But so far, everything that is MR in this game has been dominating the wet races.
So Ruan was 5th place when he pitted early, but he did a 3 minutes 12 on that pit lap, and the other guys were doing 2 minutes 20 odd. So he lost about a minute.
Maybe he made some
minute.
mistakes also. Yeah, could be also that he didn't expect the lack of grip on wet tires and dry tarmac.
Full wets on the dry track are terrible.
Terrible, yep.
So yeah, he's down in 12th now, the last of the relegation spots. He's in a Porsche on wets. He's behind Pumpkin Patch on inters in a Porsche. We've got Fluffy in a Porsche. All the Porsches are towards the back, but they should start charging through now.
Yeah, Angelique and Christopher both saying go Pumpkin, watch Pumpkin go. And Kendall saying we can't even see because it's so dark. We have to rely on the headlights of the car behind him now.
And that's the rain partly that's making it that dark. It's not just that you can see the clouds, there's still some colour.
Yeah, the rain and nighttime, yep.
We can
and
see
I think Kalen is like seriously losing touch, if not mistaken.
Yeah, look at Ghost Killer's weather map here. They're on the worst of it. It's going to start slacking off a bit, but they're going through the heavy stuff right now. Someone just went wild. I think it was OJ.
I just know, like... oh, yes, OJ did go a little bit wide there. Managed to save it, no contact in between. But yeah, as we saw on that radar, as long as that dark blue patch stays there, it's going to stay on heavy wet conditions.
Yeah.
Maybe at certain places there'll be drier spots. Trev's asking what happened to the third commentator. No, RBS is probably just in it.
RBS just doesn't get a chance with the two of us.
Yeah, you guys know me. I like talking, so it's just gonna happen that way.
Just looking at the lap times last time, Brunavane and Levi did 2:48 and Kalen did 2:51. So he lost over 3 seconds to Levi and got caught by 3 seconds by Brunavane. Ghost Killer also did
the McLaren is not great in the rain.
Ghost Killer did a 2:49, OJ 2:49, Steele did a 2:52, 2:50 for Manny, 50 for Sodable, 51 for Yanali, 49 for Fluffy Butt in the Porsche, 48 for Pumpkin, so as fast as anyone else on track. Ron did a 2:50 and a 2:56 for Lequera. Hollywood says apologize.
Is not great in the rain
too far gone. What happens sometimes if your tyre choice is wrong and you 2 minutes down, then rather than getting in the way, some guys will rather just exit and not get in the car's ways when they're coming past, or sometimes it just doesn't work out if you don't pit in time or if you have a spin and miss the track. Lequera in 13th, he's one of two guys that will be dropping. So we got Chris out, didn't enter. We got Hollywood's just DNF'd. We got Lequera and Ron currently in the last two places. Pumpkin's caught up to Fluffy now within the 8/10. Fluffy's caught up to Jan Ali, who's in the GTR, which isn't as great in these conditions. He had the pace early on, but now he's paying for it. I'm just going to who do you want to ride on board with, Fluffy, Jan Ali, or Pumpkin?
I think I want to see what's going on with Kalen and Galara.
At the front.
This is the Supra there. Yeah, at the front. I think these guys will just bide their time because overtaking is a bit treacherous.
Yeah. Well, Kalen just went wide there, but he was a second ahead. He lost about 4/10. So Galara's caught him, but Galara's on the Supra, and that thing, I tried it in the wet. I made the livery, I was planning on using it, and then binned it straight away because I couldn't even keep it straight. It was probably the worst for me. I did try the McLaren, but not really in the wet, just in the dry, and I didn't like it. So 46.9 last time
no,
from Levi, 49 from Kalen, 48 from Galaro. And don't count out Ghost Killer, he's only 3.7 behind them, also in the 49s. Then OJ is still...
I think Lara's gonna try and force Kalen into battles, which could bring Ghost Killer back into the fray again.
We'll look at this pack here. We've got Pumpkin going for Fluffy. They both passed Jan Ali while we moved forward. Pumpkin looking around the outside. Can he make it? No, I don't think that's going to work, but he's managed to stay side by side. Here they go out the corner towards Al Rouge. Now, who's going to back out?
What set of
Which one's going to back out?
two of them?
Fluffy or Pumpkin? Fluffy lifts and just enough that he can pull straight in behind. Now he's going to do the classic look for the slipstream through there and try to get the place back. That's brought Jan Ali back onto them. Who's got a little bit more top end. Let's see what happens. Any bets on who's going to lead out this section?
It's going to be difficult. I don't think Fluffy has the gap with all the closure to make a move. So I think Pumpkin is going to keep this lead of this pack for now.
Yeah. Well, that pack did drop quite far back off the other guys, so he's got some work to do. He's 9 seconds behind Soda Ball, but he is up to 9th place now, so nice battling there between Fluffy, Pumpkin, Jan Ali. We've got Ron just off the back of them.
I don't know, has the rain stopped? Looks like the rain has stopped, and this is bringing the Inters now right back into contention.
Try and find someone who's got the map. Where's Ghost Killer? There we go. Yeah, they're onto the light blue now. So it's just a few sprinkles of rain.
Angelique is saying to turn the lights off. That's just crazy. That you would need some track knowledge and ultra instinct, honestly.
Yeah, I turned mine from brights to dim when I was following Fast Ross at one stage because it was distracting to me when someone was behind on brights, but then when I was passing I flicked back to brights and actually could see where I was going. So
yep,
Levi's now 10 seconds.
Makes a big difference.
Let's see what he does this lap. That Renner's killing it in the wet like you said it might. 2:46.9 last time. This time around he's possibly... Okay, it's not going to show me. I think 2:46 again. Kalen still ahead of Galaro. He's dropped a bit of time. He dropped 2 seconds. So Kalen 49 last time around, 51 from Galaro, Mr. Brandywine. He's now got Ghost Killer right behind, did a 2:47, second fastest man on track. He's on full wet still.
Yeah, Ghost is
Kalen's on full wet.
Wow. That's
Levi and Galaro are on inters. So that's the thing with the inters, like Galaro, you can close up, but if you can slide and lose time as well. Maybe that's what happened to him.
Yeah, if you lose a little bit and go onto the wet line, then it's almost like the inters become almost as bad as slicks.
Yeah,
fortunately you can get the grip back closely.
How's this little pace battle here? OJ then Still Manny just ahead of Soda Ball. So
yeah, the two in the Supras, the Yastiel and Superman, they are big fans of the Supra. OJ, I'm impressed that he's been able to keep ahead with the Mercedes, but yes, it's anything can happen. Like these three are such good drivers, respectful drivers as well. So
saying about the lights behind you when you're driving. Look at Superman's car.
So what you should do is make a curveball where we drive super formulas in the dead of night.
Yeah, Uncle Ken will never let me hear the end of it. Where's the lights on this car? You don't tell me it doesn't have lights.
Yeah, I've tried that driving on the Nürburgring 24-hour in complete night with a super formula.
You're watching a steel going up the inside.
Fun.
OJ runs a bit wide and loses traction. That lets Manny take a look. Right, Manny gets through. Soda Ball's on the outside, so OJ lost 3 places there. He was at the front of this queue, now he's at the back. He's on the full wets. The other 3 are all on inters. Kalen's down to 4th now. Ghost Killer and Brunnervane got past him.
I wonder what happened.
Ghost Killer is on the wets, I think, but Brunnervane's on inters. So.
Yeah, so the question is, are they going to stay on the wets? because the Inters will go right to the end with us. No issues there. The problem is, will the wet runners go on to soft tires? Because I mean, for one, I don't know if they'll be able to catch the pace back, but it's a hell of a difference going onto the softs at this point in the race with a dry line.
Well, last summer around Levi did a 2:33, so that's only 15 seconds off normal pace. 2:36 from Gallara, so you can see the track's dried. It's almost at the bottom of intermediates, borderline slicks. Ghost Killer 2:37, Kalen 2:42, 2:35 from Yasteel, 35 from Manny, 34 from Soda Bull, Pumpkin Patch 33. So Pumpkin Patch still matching the fastest time. It's on track, but he's still 7 seconds behind Soda. It's opened up 4 seconds on Fluffy, who's got a 2.5 second gap.
Yeah, and just going to the comments again before you continue. The username guy says he's a super slow OP after the update.
Let's see, OJ
It's
Pitts.
not OP. It's good in a straight. Yeah, OJ was in the pit. Yeah, I think he's gonna go to soft tires. Okay, he's gonna go to soft tires more than anything. But yeah, the Supra isn't OP anymore. It's still strong in a straight line, but it's not as powerful as it used to be. So definitely a lot more balanced. Kendall says he'll come down to PE if you do such rabbit things like making super formers in the dock. Trevor says he'll join.
Well, I'm not in P, so it's fine.
You're not in... Yeah, okay.
No, I'm in
I'll
East
just
London.
find empty shack. He is in East London, okay. Well, now they know. But they'll still come find you.
Yeah, so Levi's got a nice healthy 17-second lead. Would you consider pitting if you're him? You'd pop back out probably, would he, what's it, let's say 30 seconds, so who's 13 seconds off the lead? 30 seconds off the lead. It'd be just ahead of Pumpkin.
I don't think
it. No, not with 3 laps to go. He could probably make back 45, but he's got too much traffic. If someone's going to go, they need to do it this lap. It's probably too late already because there's only 2 to go after this.
Yeah.
So we've got
Okay, that'll make the right choice in going in on Inters.
On Inters, correct. Ghost Killer's gapped. Where's Kalen? Dropped to 7th. Something happened to him. He did 2:42 last time around. He's not loving those wet tires.
Probably went on the wet line. Yeah, probably went on the wet line where it wasn't this, where it wasn't.
He doesn't know, but he's
very unlucky.
Okay, so we've got Lequera, he's in 11th, 40 seconds off the lead, right behind Jan Ali. Ron is 3 seconds behind him, he's first of the relegation cars, and then OJ, after his pit stop, he's 20 seconds behind Ron and 24 seconds behind Lequera. So can he make that up in 2 seconds on slicks? If he doesn't go off, good chance. Let's see, 2:29 from Levi last time around. RBS, you there? Come in, RBS.
I'm still here.
What you thinking?
Just enjoying our banter.
Can OJ?
I'm just waiting for you to take a brief, so...
I'm not even sitting, I'm still got that whole vibe from my race. Can OJ get to 11th place?
He put it for soft.
Yeah. He's got 2 laps to go. He's 17 seconds behind Ruan and 22 behind Lequera.
I don't think...
Ruan's...
It's in the dark. It's in the dark. You're trying to see the line. It's going to be tough.
But
he's catching at a rapid pace.
Just gone past you and
2 laps is going to be difficult.
But even if you catch, you must still pass, and there's only one dry line.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and the wet runners are going to use the dry line. That was the situation I was just in. I would have been able to get 4th, but Warren ahead of me, he had the dry line, and I obviously can't overtake on the wet line. So that was just my defensive play, which we could see now against OJ here.
Yeah, we've still got Manny and Yasteel battling together for 4th. I think that's the closest fight on track at the moment. Manny's got a penalty though, so that's going to probably drop him back to Soda Bull, who just got a bit of a gap away from. That will spread that out a little bit. Yeah, just shout out to everyone watching. Don't forget this is in aid of CHOC. Visit their website, put GTSA as a reference on your deposit, and thank you very much to the guys that have already. Quite a few of you. The guys that haven't, I'm just going to keep reminding you until the end of the season, I think, or at least the end of the month. Make it a couple more weeks still, so we can have time
Also,
for people to
#11.
get #11, and don't forget the CHOC guys when the 25th comes around. So last lap, Levi 19 seconds ahead, 28 last time around, 29 for Galara, 29 for Ghost Killer, who's managing his wets quite well still, 28 for Yasteel, 29, 31 for Soda, Kalen 31. Pumpkin has caught that gap up to, which it was to Soda 9 seconds, it's now 1.5 to Kalen on the last lap. What is Pumpkin on? Inters, 1.5 seconds. Do you think he can get Kalen here? I think it's worth watching. He's now 8 seconds ahead of Fluffy, 1.3 to Lequera. Yanali's dropped 2.3 off him. Ron's 10 behind. OJ is only 4 seconds behind Ron. He did what did Ron do? 22 last time around, fastest man on track, 15 seconds quicker than Ron. So he should get Ron, 31. He is 9 seconds quicker than Jan Ali. And he is 13 seconds behind, so I don't think he'll quite make it to 11th, but he should get 12th very quickly. And let's go find the Kalen versus Pumpkin Patch battle. So great car choice by Levi. Obviously good speed in the wet as well. Manage these tires and use the mediums to stretch them out that long, and then pounced when the wet came. Took advantage of the strong point and minimized these weak points.
Yeah, besides Levi being very strong in the dry as well, he was the Renault. It's very iffy when it comes to slow corners. So he went on the medium, but he was still incredibly good with that medium tires. And then going onto the inters was just the basically like fish in a barrel. It was just the easy choice, the simple choice, and he knew already going in that the inters will be able to handle the wet conditions in that car. Unlike the McLaren, that is a very difficult car to drive in the rain. So it came down to a very big issue of car choice, but Lev does take the win. Expected.
I ducked away.
Ghost is holding his own against Galara there. I must say, on the wets, that's a good run.
Yeah, Galara is going to get second. Pumpkin did pass Kalen when we went to watch Lev take the win, but you can't ignore the guy going over the line for the win. Ghost Killer third, Yasteel fourth, Soda, Superman fifth, Soda sixth, Pumpkin makes it up to seventh, Kalen eighth. Who's next? Lequera is all the way down in ninth now. I think Fluffy dropped back behind him there at the end.
Oh, just
10th
about.
Jan Ali 11th. Then the first of our relegation guys, OJ. He is only 5 seconds from catching Jan Ali on those slicks there.
Oh, literally, if it was another lap, he probably would have got those 3 positions there.
Well, he caught the 4 seconds.
It's a risky move.
Look, Ron had no tyres left at the end. So we're just going to look at the results here.
Also, just unfortunately, that early stop for Ruan just killed it.
Yeah,
save the replay.
Tripp says driver of the day, Pumpkin. We had a few candidates. Levi did a great job, obviously. Ghost Killer was in 5th, 6th at one stage, and he managed his race really well in those wets to be third. I thought Yasteel and Manny were going to jump him.
An outstanding play. That's an outstanding run from Ghost Killer.
Yeah, I'm going to shout Ghost Killer and Pumpkin Patch with Levi on the podium.
Definitely.
Pumpkin Patch must get a medal in the wet again.
Yeah, we're going to make all races wet for him. I think he's going to ask in future. Lequera 9th, Fluffy Buck 10th, Yanali 11th, OJ 12th, Ron 13th, Hollywood didn't finish, and our friend in Durban is not racing today. So yeah, I'm just looking
unfortunately
at the lap times
unlucky with that one. Yeah, and all our drivers here in Pool 1 is fast. 218s are not slow times, you must say.
Trevs, didn't you hear me do the sponsors? You must have joined late. Shout out again to the Track Art, TGN Racing Simulators, Mayfair Gearbox. Who else do we have? We have the Ford and Cherry dealer in Parabora, and Rhino Utilities. There we go. Trev's happy. We also had a shout out for Slayer Energy earlier. So on the side of some of the cars. We shall see everyone next week. I don't even know what race it is. Trev says he wants a late reveal.
Likewise. It's going to be interesting.
And shout out for
let me know for
hashtag
everything.
11.
Hashtag 11. Hit it up one more time. Hashtag 11.
Well done to all the drivers who survived the combo. Let's see what do I win for my 4-star ticket tonight. Give me that $1 million, I deserve it.
I hope so.
Nope.
There's one 3-star where I got, ooh, that's a big one. Get it. Ah, that sucks.
Okay guys, shot everyone. Have a great evening. We'll catch you next week. Catch you on Discord. Don't forget your
Till next week,
CHOC
guys. Hashtag 11.
contributions.
Don't forget your CHOCs.